Okay, this video is for you. All right, I know periodically you hear me talking about the grocery store and the prices as well. This is a brief tutorial on how to go about reading your flyers when you go to the store. And everybody doesn't know how to read them, so if it's for you, wonderful. If it's not, then you know what, just move on. You gotta scroll on. But this is for those who don't. And they can learn because it's gonna help you spread your money and stretch your dollars to take care of your family. Now this store, I'm not promoting the store at all, but I'm using the flyer as a tool to show you how to go about reading the store flyers. And I went to this store today. So when you get a flyer, sometimes stop by the store. They used to deliver them to the homes, and with all this digital stuff going on, everybody wanted to put things on apps, but there's a pro to it, a con to it. But anyway, let me just teach you how to read the flyer so you'll know how to, when you go into the store, the majority of the stores, they still have flyers. So you could take and pick one up and look at it before you just run to the aisle and pick up the thing. And you don't know, there could be a compatible product that is equally or even better than, that could be even a lower price. So these are some of the items that they have on this particular flyer for this week. And we have at the top, we have this is a Mother's Day flyer, Mother's Day sale. But this, every week you have a sale with different items in the sales flyer. So you just grab it, open it up. It's pretty big. It has every department in the store has a spot in the flyer. So that's where you start at. You start at, okay, what are the things I usually buy? So you go through the flyer and you might have on the front a variety of different products from different departments in the store that you just go and you look under and say, okay, like you have dairy. You have dairy over here, you have like yogurt. And then over here you have ice cream. That's the ice cream department, the frozen food. You have fish. Fish can be frozen. This is fresh meat. So, or is it meat or fish? This is chicken, sorry. But you can look in the chicken, check out the chicken flyer. Then you got produce. So they got a variety of products here that they're promoting for this week. And then this is Mother's Day, which passed already, but it's still Mother's Day, all the different flower varieties they have for sale. So take your time, and go through these flyers and see what's on sale. Some of the prices still may be the same and they're just promoting the product for sale, or then some of the products have a lower price. So here you have like strawberries, 2 for $5. And some stores, the regular price for depends on the brand. It could be $5, $6 for a pint, or is this? And get close up to it. See, it says 16 ounces, which is a pound of strawberries by Driscoll's, and 2 for $5. And then you have like the chicken breast, boneless, skinless. They kind of do flash frozen when they do. You see a package like this. That's why it's a little different. The company or the manufacturer that manufactures this particular this packing company, they suck the ear out of the package. That's why I swiveled up like that, for those who didn't know, to try to take the ear out of it to keep it fresh. And then they a lot of times freeze it. Sometimes they'll say, oh, freshly frozen. So you gotta look at it for what it is, And then you got your ice cream sections. This week they have Ben & Jerry, which is a good price, really good price, $3.99. And the regular price is running like $6, $7 a pint, someplace probably even more. So that's a good buy. And this sale just happens to be over today. So that's $3.99. And then I think this one is more that high. There's a hydro way that they make this particular ice cream. So then you have the ciabatta. It used to be good where you had the newspaper coupons that came out in the paper, and you could take and go and you could just use the coupons to even get a couple of more dollars off. This is $89. Regular price might be like $109. So it's like $89. Then there's a special they have on beef for those beef eaters. This one was a limit, I think it was limit 2. You only could buy 2. And it was $14.99 a pound. So that was a sale price. I don't know what the regular price for y'all beef eaters. You know beef is high, so that would have been considered a sale right there. So, you know, you would grab maybe one or two if you could. If you can't, you get one. And let me tell you, meat eaters, what you could do with something like this. This is considered a roast, a tenderloin. You could slice this up and you could make steak subs. You could make steak and gravy. You can do a lot with it. People say, oh, well, that's for this particular thing. But don't just hold to that. You can do other things with that meat, a stew. You could grill it. Some people barbecue their steak. Some people make a steak and sub or steak and cheese sub. They make shish kebab. So you could cut this up and then you freeze it so you have it for more than one meal for those who have smaller families, even for those who have bigger families. Some people shave it. They do all types of things, but it's the price that's $14.99 a pound. I'm not a big meat spender or eater, but I see it. You know, I'm in the vicinity. I'm a shopper. So that price is a sale price, and it's Black Angus beef, you know, Black Canyon beef. So it's, I guess from what I'm looking at, it's a good price. And you know, I saw somebody today grab a couple and stuff. So as I was in the store, then you have for your coffee drinkers, you have to use a coupon. Now the store has these where it says like a digital coupon. This is their regular price without the coupon, $6.99. When you go into the store, you're gonna have to get a card. So they started this about over 30 years ago. They call them preferred customer, premium customers. Like if you come to us, we'll give you a better price. So all the stores started entertaining this promotion where, now check this out. And you gotta be conscious of when you're shopping, who has what and what you need to make spread your dollar, make your dollar work for you. Now here you have, what is this? Cheez-Its. They 2 for $5 with their card. So you go to the courtesy desk. You'll see one in every store. In the majority of them, there's one central place in the store that you go to for information. That's called the courtesy desk. So when you go in there, you ask them for a card. This is a big Y card. You might want a ShopRite card, Food Lion card. Every store has whatever system they have to promote their sale products versus their other products. I'm gonna just skim through. I want you to see. I don't want I could go on and on and on, but this is gonna be my first video I'm doing on the sales papers to help you become familiar with reading the sales, so that when you get the money, your paycheck, that it's just not squandered and you went out there and you bought an excess and something could have been on sale yesterday, or something different could be on sale tomorrow. You have to put your money to work for you. You have to take that money. I don't care whatever it is, $10. Make that $10 stretch. Oh, I can't. No, yeah, you can. You want to eat, you may can't get the prime rib, or you could get the prime rib and nothing else. So, you know, I'm not, like I said, a big meat eater, but this is just conversations I've heard about over the years of these different meats. So here you have another promotion within this flyer. It's 5 for $5 on hot dog rolls, hamburger rolls, 5 for $5. So you could get like 5 hamburger rolls for those who have a family or a freezer. You could get 5 relishes. See, I missed this today. I would have got the relish. Then you have the ketchup. And I think this is, I'm trying to see with you as you look at the flyer, tuna fish. I think it is. I don't have my glasses. I need to put them on. So let me put my glasses on right quick, y'all. So over here, there will be a list of the different items, like Food Club pasta, solid. Oh, yep, that was tuna right here. That's the tuna. And then you have ketchup in the back. For my families, a lot of people, I'm going to share this with you. This isn't a nutrition class, but if I come across an item and it really stands out to me, something I need to share with you on this channel, I'm going to point it out because, you know, too long people leave us ignorant. You know, you go to school, they leave you ignorant. Don't get me started, y'all. Okay, now. You want to become informed. You want to become knowledgeable about what you do every day and how you do it and what you do. Because, you know, we've been taught things that aren't the truth. And we want to go for the truth here. So, yeah, you know, pick up 5 or split it. You get 3 boxes of macaroni. You could do tuna. Some people do a macaroni salad. Then you got I really miss this sale. You got the relish. You can make a macaroni salad. Then you got bread if you need toast, sandwich for the kids. You can use a hamburger roll for anything. Sloppy joes, hamburger, a hot dog, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just because it says hamburger, that's a suggested thing you might want to put on this particular roll, this type of bread. But it doesn't mean you can't eat the bread if you don't have a hamburger. You use that bread for whatever you need to use it for, to take and feed yourself and your family and those grandkids and the neighbor kids and the homeless. There's so many different things you could do with other products. And it's just not for that one as we've been taught. And then you got ketchup. Ketchup is tomatoes. That's what it's made with tomatoes, for those who don't know. There's people who don't know. So you can use this, and I do a dish called jugacita. It's a Portuguese dish, Cape Verdean dish. And we use it in part of the making of the ingredients for the jugacita. So I use it in a rice. You can use it in a sloppy joe mix. You can use ketchup in a variety of different things. My biggest thing between the relish and this, for those who are nutrition conscious, it's very important that you check the ingredients. You want to stay away from, if you can, from products that have high fructose corn syrup. They're not good for you. They're not good for your kids. It does stuff in the bloodstream. It's not sugar. And they'll say, oh, well, it's a sugar substitute. It's not sugar. It's not sugar. Very bad. In other countries, they outlaw that high fructose corn syrup. This is a word of knowledge that you'll understand as you begin to go through your food. So this isn't just about teaching you how to shop. It's teaching you wisdom so that you could go and be mindful when you go into the store. It's products like this. You know, you got Cheerios on sale. This is the family large size. You know, look and see. You know, you got to go to the grocery store. You want to make your money stretch. You want to do the comparison prices between the large size, the small size, the medium size, and the family size. This is not a family size. This is just a large size, but for $2.99, it's pretty good. Regular price, you could run up around $5, $6. These are the bars. Same thing. High fructose corn syrup. Very, very careful. The ingredients they're putting in this stuff. But when you're on a budget and you're trying to stretch it, and you just got to get some food in the house, look at the price and make sure you get the one with the best deal, the $2.99 versus the small one. Because the small ones, this one may be on sale for large. The small one might still be running $3.49, $4, $4.50. So if you don't read the signs in the store or you have your flyer, you're going to get beat. You're going to get duped. You got to be a conscious shopper when you go into the stores. Okay, here's some of the Doritos. Buy one, get one free. The skinny popcorn. Check the price on those and stuff. See what it's paying. It says, looks like it's $3.49. Save at least. Buy one, get one free. You know, you got to look and see what even a bag of Doritos is running $5. So, you know, you get 2. You divide it, whatever the price it is, you divide it. So if this is $3.49, for one you save and stuff, you divide it into 2, you might be looking at like $1.75. But then you got to do the size on that, because you look at the size, these are small bags. This is not a standard bag. So you got to look at the size and see if it's worth the value, you know, because a lot of that stuff, like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be spending your money up on everything. You got your shrimps, $10.99. That's only for 1 pound bag. At some of the stores, you could get a 2 pound bag for the same price. This is a different company. Some people prefer the name brand. Some people, they don't mind getting an off brand or a store brand. They have in this particular store, they sell hot food, cooked food. This is some of your haddock, very good fish. I liked it when I first had it years ago. So you look at something like that and stuff. See how many people it feeds in the family. So you gotta use those flyers. And then at the bottom of your flyers, you'll see something like price is valid. Some stores it's a week and the sales change on these different days. Some sales is 2 weeks. Then some sales, it used to be years ago the sale changed. Sunday was the beginning of a new week, and that's when the sale started on a Sunday. Now it could be starting a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You don't know, so you gotta find that out because you want. I think all these is Wednesday. Their new sale comes out, so you gotta know so that you say, "Oh, I come back at the end of the week." You gotta see what date so that product, if you can't get it before that sale is over, you could get it. Sometimes I go back, I go, oh man, I forgot. Especially with all these, they changing on a Wednesday. Everybody want to be unique and do their own thing, but hey. So in this one, they were running some family businesses and the products that these companies sold and butchered or things like that. So yeah, just look around. You got somebody selling or herbs or something, potted herbs that you could buy and start a little herb garden in your kitchen. That'd be a nice thing. Your cilantro, your thyme, your rosemary, like that. So, okay, as we go over, this is one of the other sections. Now as you get into the interior of the flyer, now it becomes more separated and categorized. So in this particular section of this flyer, you have all meats. So within this meat, you have your hamburgers, your turkey burgers, your hot dogs, and the little kid snack things, usually in the meat section. So you'll find like a meat section. So you might look for your meat sections, and then on the front, usually in the upper, they'll put a meat section for you. I'll be going more into the flyers, over time and stuff, so you can see better how to work it. Like then you have like your deli section. This is where you get your sandwich meats, and sandwich meats are very high in sodium. Yet at the same time, everybody like a good turkey sandwich. I do. A nice for those liverwurst eaters, a couple of slices on the run. Hey, just give me that. That'll keep me till I get home. So I might get a couple of slices of liverwurst. So this is the deli section. This is the seafood section. You look into your seafood section and you get a price of what the seafood's going for this week. Sometimes they'll have in-house specials. Go into the in-house specials and check out what they have. Maybe a daily special. This is your produce section. All your lettuces, your fruits, fresh fruits, organic section over here. So this is another section that you could utilize. Then we have your squashes and your bag fruits and things like that. Then we come down here to your to-go foods and check out foods and stuff, pre-made foods. They have sections like that in this particular store. It's grab and go home, go to work, pop it in the microwave, you're done. You go down here to your dairy section. This is dairy. So you'll have your cheeses, your pre-cookies, your eggs, and things like that. So learn to get out that app or go in, ask at the courtesy desk for a flyer. Usually they're in a doorway when you walk into most stores. A flyer, they want you to pick it up and look and see what they have, and look around and see what price comparison and see what's on sale. Sometimes you might swap out. You might be used to one product, then you see another product. I know a couple of months ago I was up in one of the stores and they had fries on sale. I think a 3-day sale, and it was a great price. And the person standing next to me, I said, "Hey, did you see these?" He was like, "No, that's a good price." But then he picked up what he wanted. But then he said, "I'll be back toward the weekend to get something else." I showed him a couple of other things. Then you have your snack section, your cookies, do your pricing on that. I'm not going to show you the alcohol because that's not my thing. That's not my face. So this is your chips and your cookies. Try to stock up like your Pringles. I've been into the stores, $4 or $5 for a thing of Pringles. Over here, 2 for $4. You might have to get a few, pack crackers and stuff. Leave these convenience stores alone. I'm just not talking about in the neighborhood either. I'm talking about these convenience stores on the highway. Get some extra crackers. Put them in your lunch bag. Put them in your glove compartment. Put them in your pocketbook. Pick up these things so you don't be when you get hungry or you get frustrated and stuff. The tendency, a lot of people who overeat, they'll go into these convenience stores and throw 4 or 5 bars. That same money you putting out to them, grab yourself some snacks and load up your car, your work truck, your nurse's bag, your locker, and have yourself a little goodie bag. Throw a case of Polar Spring soda, or I'm not a big soda, I don't drink soda, but seltzer. Seltzer's good for your stomach. Y'all who got stomach issues, use seltzer. That seltzer it settles your stomach, and also you begin to break that craving spirit for that sugar in them sodas. You want to get away from the sodas as much as you can. That stuff is like 40 grams of sugar in a can of soda. And I used to drink soda like it was water. Nope, no more. So then you go over here, you'll see like new items they're promoting in the store, the companies and stuff. They'll give them a space. Maybe sometimes they even have coupons in the store, or one of the merchandise people advertising, they'll have coupons. So, take advantage of those coupons. If you're not going to use a lot, just take 1 or 2 and then share it, but save something for someone else. So here's graduation time right here. So there's a lot of things. There's your mayo. There's your spaghetti sauces for my families, Lord, who need a lot of spaghetti sauce. I would say this if you don't have time, or start making your own spaghetti. My mom used to make it when I was a kid. She would make it from scratch. Every week she had that spaghetti, low simmering all day long. Boy, when it was time for dinner, boy, that was some of the best spaghetti. Yes, it was. So these are flowers. This is your floral department. If you need flowers, young women, young men, you know what? Flowers are for everyone. Every now and then, help yourself and bring your environment around. Buy yourself some flowers. I know sometimes they could be high, but price around. There's a store I go to sometime. They got some pretty nice flowers. Trader Joe's. Look around. You can find some. They used to be like, hey, $3 or something. But even if it's like $5, now I'm not saying all the time, but buy yourself something pretty and break up the monotonous that's going on in the house and in your atmosphere. Bring something fresh in. And then this is the last section, which is the bakery section. Some other in-store perks and things they're having on sale. Looks like a fish section. Springtime, summertime. Probably promoting this company, a new company that might be working with them. Again, Memorial Day is coming, so then you go over here to your cakes, your pies, and they have sales. Or for those looking to do a party or something, more flowers, hanging, if you want something to hang in the house and stuff, on the porch. There's different things, the candy section for gifts and things like that. So and then you check out these instant cards. Save $20 instantly when you buy a $100 participating gift card. Now these cards are good if you're going to use them for the place that you bought it for the individual. So you could buy a $100 card and then you could get 20 for yourself. Or it says save 20. Some stores they'll have it where they give it back to you as a next shopping trip kind of thing, and you could use it. I like the Visa MasterCard they used to have. They don't have it anymore. They kind of funneled it into just specific stores. But if you could find those are good things too, because you could use them at any time. These people you have to lock in. You could only use it at these specific stores, and sometimes you could get money off of groceries and stuff like that. But you have to pre-plan that. You want to do that usually when you're going in to do your shopping. So I just wanted to come on and do this video for you so you can begin to see that there are options, that you don't have to waste your money on these one item things. If the grocery store is far away from you, you could ask a neighbor. If you plan it out right, hey, when you go to the grocery store, I get my paycheck at a certain time if you don't have a vehicle, or you could plan, maybe take transit and have your bags with you. I really encourage you, especially here in the north where I live, to have your bags with you. Sometimes you hit these stores, they don't have any bags, or you got to pay for the bags. But go in the spirit of, I'm going to go look for savings so I can help that $50 now become $75. I can help that 75, that 75 become $100, $150. It was so much better when there was continuous coupons, yet you're not out of it. You can take care of yourself and your family on, I'm not going to say a budget, because now you got a budget out for top of the budget. Like I went out today, I got, some things. I went out early. I did some shopping, and then I was able to get like some turkey meat, and I have been pricing it around, and we know that's high. A package of turkey, ground turkey, is $7, $10 someplace. I have a relative. She lives in New York, and when she tell me about some of the prices, it's a crime. It's a crime. Yet, you know what? You keep going. You work with what you have. And I hope that this helped you a little more understand how to go to the grocery store and come out with some groceries in a bag, and not just 2 or 3 things and it's $100, $50, and you come out and you don't have nothing. You have to make the grocery trip worth your while. I would encourage you in some of the stores, when you see the seasonings like the pepper, the salt, and the ones like that, I would encourage you to grab those up and get an extra 2 or 3 and stuff to have in the pantry, because you never know when the price is going to change, so that you don't have to run out there and spend $2 or $3 for some onion powder or garlic powder, or $5 to $6 for some black pepper. There is ways that you can make it. So, all right, I hope this was good. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. If you'd like me to do a video on something that I can show you that you've been interested about, how you can go about approaching the stores, customer service. That's another important part of going to the grocery store. Why shop where your money isn't appreciated? The money's appreciated, but you're not appreciated for bringing your money, your tools into there to spend. So, all right, this is Miss Fern from FML Diversify. On my channel, I talk about business, as far as small business, startup businesses. I don't like using small, but we are businesses. You are a business, and you contract. Anytime you go into a store and you buy a pretzel, you are a business, and you created a contract with that person to buy their product, and you gave them your money. So you're a business person. You do business every day. We just never been taught it. But I want you to begin to learn how to take and do the right thing with the money and the tools you have to make your money work for you. Your money. It's not their money till you give it to them and they give you the product. So, okay. I just want to come on, leave a comment, any questions. Talk with you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.